Hi, and welcome to Cat Run Figures. I'm your host, Caitlin, and today we are going to be reviewing
this comic.
Electra, issue 2. So this is the continuation of the Running with the Devil storyline for Electra. And first off, I'm in love with this cover.
So why is it Running with the Devil? How can we be flying with angels?
Because it ties into Daredevil somehow. I don't really care. I'm not reading Daredevil, so it's not that important.
But he's blind as a bat.
Ba-doom boom. Anywho, so continuing on, we get to see Arcade, the same ominous, shadowy figure that we saw earlier in the very end of the last issue. And he knows that Electra is there, and he wants to include her in his newest game. So, continuing on, we get to see Electra in her hotel room. She's got Lauren, the bartender that she saved, cleaned up, and she's chilling there as well for protection. And Electra's thinking that she's supposed to be laying low, getting herself involved in all this with Lauren really isn't helping that. She's supposed to be just resting up, clearing her head. So before she can even decide whether or not she's just going to straight up ditch Lauren and leave Las Vegas or not, she gets attacked by a robot goon squad. So they start shooting out poker chips at her and diamonds and spades and bullets. Oh my. Like, literally, they kind of remind me of, card villains, like the Royal Flush Gang, or even the card villains you see in, Alice in Wonderland. But they're robot assassins that attack. And, of course, Electra being Electra, she makes pretty quick work of them. Not knowing that one of them, their eye is actually a camera that is relaying this all back to Arcade. So he's watching all of this happening. One of them, who is somewhat surviving the attack, spots Lauren and decides to try to attack her. And once again, Electra has to save her. So she's talking about how Lauren probably needs to get out of Vegas. She needs to go home, do whatever she has to do. She has to get out of this. Clearly, some bad things are going to happen. They've caused a lot of dangerous men to be really pissed off. And Lauren takes this as, "Oh, Electra, we're going to be BFFs forever. You saved my life again." Which we get this kind of creepy BFF hugging moment that clearly Electra's not down with.
Oh, but the other girl is.
Oh yeah. She's loving herself some Electra right now. Lauren loves Electra right now.
By the way, I love hugs too.
Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you can hug yourself behind the camera right now.
I am.
So, just outside of Las Vegas, we get to see a magic entertainer, and he's demanding more money for a show. He's stating that since so many other magical acts have just been disappearing, he's the hot new ticket, which means his price has just gone up. So we get to see him getting knocked unconscious, and an individual saying, "Bet you'll net a pretty penny for sure." So continuing on the Vegas Strip, we get to see Electra going after the same thugs who work for the boss that was basically controlling Lauren. So she's taken it personally, and she's decided to take it down. So I love it. You get to see her go through each of these steps. And then she takes out the cameras, and then she starts to take out the guards. Of course, you know, Marvel has to put their shameless ads in every single one of their comics right now. Yeah. Just forget this. So, moving on, she makes quick work of each of the guards, taking out the lights. And I love this panel. I'm sure you're focusing more on this, but there you go.
Here, let me just rip it out. Let me have it.
No, it's fine. So, continuing on, they open up a security gate and they see all of the men have been taken down. And then we get to see a flying Electra coming at them. So, back in Arcade's office, Arcade is saying that he wants to expand Murder World, this underground fighting, killing extravaganza that he has going on. He wants to expand it. He wants a Murder World blimp. He wants this murder world. He wants that murder world. He wants a celebrity endorsement. He wants the world. And he's stating that it's probably going to happen since he's got a big fish hooked. So we get to see a continuation of Electra going through all of the ranks. And that's when she spots him. So he lets off a little streamer cracker, and she stabs him through the chest with one of her sais. And we get to see him fake cartoony die. Of course, this is Arcade. And he has come to welcome her to his murder world. Ba-dum boom. So, of course, she's saying, really? You haven't retired that concept yet? He's saying that no, people want things that they can understand, that feels familiar and welcoming. So he's decided that she is going to be the next contestant of Murder World. So he gasses her and knocks her out. And he tells her that the house always wins. So when she wakes up, she's very groggy and she's starting to piece together everything attached to this. And she's saying, yeah, that's right. I got bested by the lamest assassin in the game. Somewhere, Bullseye's laughing at me. If you get the reference. So we get to see all of the other members who are also chained up to this wall, including the magician that we saw earlier. And finally their cuffs fall down. And each of them is trying to figure out what is going on and exactly where they are. Of course, the magician won't shut up. He's saying that he needs to get paid, and somebody better get his manager on the phone now. And then he gets his head blown off. So we get a mature 17+ Murder World rating right there, which is kind of hysterical if you really think about it. But as the comic ends, we get to see the games are beginning. So I guess this means that Electra and the others should probably start running for their lives now. So I'm really enjoying this new run for Electra. The art's been really strong throughout. I love her costume in this. It's been written pretty well. And you know what? The covers are really great. So give me a like if you like this review. Comment below and tell me whether or not you're currently reading Electra and if you're enjoying it as much as I am. Subscribe to my channel for more comic book content, or check out any of the older videos I have up for offer here on Cat Run Figures. And until next time, I'm your host, Caitlin. Bye.